You are in the right place at the right time. You're on the Moral Conference today, and we have our Super Bowl party. Yeah, we got everybody in the house. We got BB, we got Irvin Seabrook, Berkeley High School wide receiver, championship team class of 1982. We've got the Cubs, we got Wolf down there in the corner. We've got Hardrick, linebacker.
Yes, sir, the Mighty Stags, the Mighty Stags.
And hey, Wolf, you play for the Mighty Stags, right?
That's right, the Mighty Stags.
All right, the Mighty Stags. All right. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to count it down. Give you a second to get yourself together. The next 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. Once again, we welcome you back again. Glad to have you on the show. Here at the Moral Conference, our Super Bowl party, Super Bowl 55, Funky 55. It's going to be funky this Sunday. The season is ending. You know, we always hate the Super Bowl, but you know, we're here today to talk about. We're going to start off with Wolf down there in the corner. Wolf, you called me a couple of weeks ago. You did mention to me that Kansas City was going to be on Super Bowl. You mentioned the show. Kansas City is on the Super Bowl now. So let me ask you a question. What are the keys for Kansas City to win the game?
The key to Kansas City to win the game is the offensive linemen. Give Mahomes a lot of protection. They have two offensive linemen that are injured, starters. They was injured in the playoff. And that might be one of the key if Tampa Bay defense can put pressure on Mahomes, even though he's like a little magician. But I don't have no problem with Kansas City. I'm an AFC man. You understand?
I understand.
And also that Kansas City is a historical team, because Green Bay was the powerhouse in the 60s, and I witnessed that Super Bowl II, if I'm not mistaken, that they played Green Bay, and they played pretty good because Green Bay was a powerhouse. And to see them come back again, you know, I don't mind. And I hope that they win, but like I said, I don't have nothing against Brady, because Brady put a lot of championship in the AFC. And I think the old man can still do something, man. If the offensive line give him time, he remind me of Joe Montana. He quick thinking. He not thinking deep. Anything he see, he can get some yards out. And if Grump do his thing, they can get a lot of first down. That might be the key to the Super Bowl.
All right. Okay.
All right. You know, just the way, if they give Brady time, he will find his receivers that he needs. And I think they're going to try. And not because they're playing in their own stadium. It's just because I think Tom Brady is something like me, a competitor. He's nothing but a number. You know what I mean? And this man want to win again.
All right.
I think he can.
Okay.
You know what I mean, Cordell?
I
like I said again, Mahomes is a great quarterback. I like the young man. I think it should be a good Super Bowl, but a few turnovers gonna cost this game. It ain't gonna be like one-sided this time. The turnover gonna be the cost. If the turnover against Kansas City, Brady gonna capitalize. Statistics shows he capitalized on turnovers all his career.
All right. You
get me?
I get you. We buy that. Everybody buy that, or anybody have a different point of view.
All right, cuz we gonna go ahead and get off, man, because we don't want to interrupt the show all night.
All right, Bubba. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, but
all right, Bubba.
I'm still going with Kansas City.
All right. Hey, all right.
All right, cuz. All right.
All right, cuz. Hey, we had two people to chime in. We had Barry Dingle to chime in. He said you're getting a lot of feedback, so we hope maybe the feedback might stop a little bit now. And then Barry Dingle, Barry talking trash. He from cross serving. He said, don't the guy eating, but he should chair. He said you should stuff the chicken. Is it a rabbit sandwich? No,
Rabbit
man,
sandwich.
It's not a rabbit sandwich.
That's
It's not
what
a
I'm
rabbit
talking, man.
sandwich.
We ain't no rabbit, man. That ain't
No,
no
sir.
rabbit sandwich, Barry. Yeah, Barry's my co-worker from out there at Cross, South Carolina. So he knows, like, today, if we were working, we'd be eating a fish sandwich. So now we'll revisit that question. Hardrick, what do you think are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the BUCS?
For the BUCS, I would say first thing the BUCS got to do is keep Brady off his back. That's going to be the key. Because if you look at the previous Super Bowls in which New England lost, the defensive line of the opposing team did their job. They kept pressure on him. And Brady folds under pressure. That's going to be one of the keys to beat Tampa Bay. Also, turnovers. Can't turn the ball over. They turn the ball over, it's a done deal. Because Kansas City did against Green Bay, those 3 turnovers work against Kansas City. Because my homeboy will turn those 3 turnovers into 21 points. That's easy. Okay. And Tampa Bay, the key for Tampa Bay is the defensive line. I mean, Mahomes, you can't blitz him. Okay, he's probably the best quarterback when he's getting blitzed. I mean, you can't confuse this guy. I mean, he's gonna beat you. And I want to put 2 cents in one thing. The Dolphins. The only way the Dolphins, I'm praying that they come up with John Watson. Because if we don't get him, I'm looking at Kansas City being the AFC representative for the next 15 years.
15?
As long as you got Mahomes, yes. The man is 25 years old.
They ain't gonna be there.
I think he's gonna play until he's 50.
They ain't gonna be there no 15. Yeah. This last time you see
15 years.
No, ain't gonna be no 15.
Now, if you look at it, CJ, there should be 3 years straight. They should be in that Super Bowl.
But you said
So it's 2
15.
straight. Should have been 3. I would say the next 15 years, I'm looking at Kansas City to either be in the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. Long Mahomes is healthy, and he got those weapons. Tyreek is like 26, I believe. And Andy Reid look like he probably can coach another 10, 15 years. I look at it's going to be hard for any AFC team to challenge them. So it's going to be tough.
Okay. All right. Irv, what do you say about that? What are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the BUCS? Or do you have any report what Hardrick said?
Well, okay. To talk off what Hardrick just said before I get to what the BUCS need to do to win the Super Bowl. Hardrick, you do realize there's a salary cap in the NFL. So right now, all of Kansas City's offensive linemen are tied up with their money, but all of them in their 30s. All those young cats that are coming up are going to have to get paid. Everybody's not going to get paid. So all those weapons he got, somebody's going to leave. It's just the nature of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Because his next contract, if they gave him 180 this time, 100, 200 or whatever they gave him, what you think they're going to give him in 4 years?
Well, he's locked up for 10 years.
He gave them a solid because he took a very good contract to help them sign people. But he's not going to do a Brady and give him a second solid. I don't see it happening. Now, as far as Tampa Bay is concerned, when you're dealing with Kansas City's offense, they're going to have to take away one or the other. They're going to have to take away Kelsey, or they're going to have to take away number 10. He had, 207 yards receiving in the first quarter, in the first game. And I'm very old school. For the life of me, when you watch Kansas City, I never understand why the defense never reroutes the tight end coming off the line of scrimmage. He always gets open releases. And he's one of the best route runners in the league. So they're gonna have to do one or the other to slow that down. And to me, Tampa Bay, instead of playing up-tempo offense against Kansas City, to keep a team from scoring points, you keep the ball away from them. So use that double-headed monster you got in the backfield with Ronald Jones and Fournette, and run the ball on Kansas City throat. Shorten the game up, shorten the length of time they get to have the ball. Instead of trying to have a 37-34 game, try to have a 24-21 or 2017. Yeah, I don't mind them kind of games. You know, everybody wants to see scoring, but you're trying to win the Super Bowl. And if you go wide open and you, like Hardrick said, you have a couple turnovers against Kansas City, the ball game is over. It's over.
All right. All right, thank you, Irv. BB, what do you think is the key?
I'm gonna get on y'all because y'all was supposed to do ladies first and y'all let me go last. But I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know I'm only kidding.
That's right.
That's okay. We talking football. It's all right. But listen, I'm gonna have to agree with HP. I was shaking my head because here's my thing. First, you know, when the Cowboys is out of it, I go for anybody but Brady, right? I'm telling you, I'm so sick of him. Everybody's always talking about, oh, he's the best QB in the NFL. I would be the best QB in the NFL if I had 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds in the pocket. You know what I mean? So what it's going to boil down to is when Tom Brady gets put on his back and that pressure is on him, he cannot throw that ball, right? And, of course, there's several other aspects, though. You got to look at the coaches here. Andy Reid is a seasoned coach. He's been to the NFL before several times. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Arians has never been as a head coach to the Super Bowl. So the coaching comes into play as well.
Very good then.
Whoever converts better on third down is probably gonna win the game. But I'm all for Kansas City because I don't want to see Brady win. He got a point to prove. He wants people to see that he left, you know, and he can still go to another team and win. I don't want him to win. Kansas City.
All right. Okay. All right. And before I ask the next question, I'm gonna chime in on that a little bit. I differ. I differ because I do believe that defense wins championships. I believe that big defense wins championships. So now I think that the major thing, the key to the game is Kelsey. Take away Kelsey, and you got to put pressure on Mahomes. And when I say put pressure on him, I'm old school. I believe that when Kelsey comes through the line the first time, or the first time he come off the line, whether the ball comes in or not, I believe that they should flatten. I don't care if you get unnecessary roughness. Hit him hard. I need hit him hard because I think that physicality is going to be what sets the tone. I remember, I think a couple years ago, and I'm by no means a Green Bay fan. Well, I think when we beat Green Bay, I forgot what year it was, but I remember how physical Dallas was, and how physical Jimmy Johnson had been. And they hit them. And the Eagles used to be a very physical team. You remember back in the days? I used to hate for Dallas to play the Eagles. They were so physical. And that's when the NFC East was a bruise fest. I hated to see us play anybody. So I think that one of the keys to this game for them is you gotta hit Mahomes and you gotta hit whoever's on whoever. Hit your man. Let them know they're in the Super Bowl. I don't care if you get a flag. Don't leave with the helmet, but hit your man. So my next question was,
hey CJ, before you go to the next one, when you mentioned that Mahomes under pressure, he loves that. He loves pressure. He strives under pressure.
But the thing is,
he's the best quarterback under pressure.
But you gotta disguise it. You can't let him. You can't give him a pre-snap read. If he know where he's going with the ball before the play is starting, you're done. So they're gonna have to do some things of maybe give them something like they're coming from the right, but they're coming from the left. Fake, drop back into 7-man coverage. They can't do what they did the first game, obvious. And you saw the first game, it was, oh, he's open. Boom. Oh, he's open. Boom. I mean, but Tampa Bay secondary is playing a lot better now than they were at the beginning of the year when they played their first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we going to double Tyreek? Are we going to double Tyreek?
Corner blitz. I mean, you know, you definitely don't want to leave their best wide receiver in single coverage, but then you also want to make sure too that the other wide receiver, if you can cover him, if you can leave him in single coverage, you need to be bringing a safety blitz. Every now and then you need to bring a safety blitz. Every now and then you need to bring the house. You got to gamble, because if you give him time, then you know I'd rather him score 7 because I gambled and tried to get him on a blitz than for us to give him time to set a play up and for the timing to be on. He's going to still score. So I think the name of the game is put him on his back because he's young.
They're gonna have to put him on his back. If they don't get to him, you're gonna kill him.
They got to put him on his back.
You're gonna kill him.
They got to put him on his back. So the same token now, Burnett, Burn, BB, I'm gonna start with you. What are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the Chiefs?
I mean, they say defense wins games, but if you don't score and put some points on the board, you ain't getting to win nothing. So I think I think it really boils down to how effective the coaches are. I mean, I know the players are playing the game, but I think that's going to be the key in this. There's a lot of pressure here. So we got 2 quarterbacks that have a big age gap between the 2 of them. There's a lot of experience that's going to come into play, and I think that's going to make or break this game.
All right, Irv, what are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the Chiefs?
Well, the greatest fact that a lot of people don't realize is the Chiefs defensive coordinator was a Giants defensive coordinator when the Giants beat Brady when he was with New England.
I didn't know
and
that.
He's gonna and he put pressure on all night. Now he's sitting there early this week saying that they're gonna play everything up front and he's gonna let his defensive line dictate what they do. That Jim, I forgot his last name. He blitzes the quarterback, and they're gonna blitz Brady. And when Brady have somebody at his feet and in his face, he's non-productive. So my thing is with their defense, take away the short pass. You got to beat me over the top and put pressure on Brady, and I think they're gonna be fine. I think they'll be fine.
All right. Okay. HP, what are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the Chiefs?
Well, I think the defensive line, Jones is going to be the key. I mean, if he gets that pressure on Brady, it's going to be early. It's going to be over real early. Real early. And like Urban said, the defensive coordinator, you know, he was there when Brady played the Giants. And he knows what it takes to beat Brady. So that's why I think it's going to be an easy win for the Chiefs.
All right. Okay. All right. So I know there's a man by you now that's going to beg to differ. My homeboy Larry Gibbs is in the house. Larry, what position did you win correctly?
Good.
A little bit of cornerback. Just for a second.
A little bit of cornerback for a second.
DB.
Okay, DB.
DB.
So Larry, let me go back to this question earlier before you were here. What are the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the BUCS as a BUCS fan?
I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of feedback, but I think I heard you correctly. The key is the defense. I think me and Irv talk about that beginning of the season. Remember, Irv? I told you that Tom Brady thing is the real deal, but without the defense, they're going to need the defense to come to play. They're going to have to make a couple stops. I mean, I like their chances. The last game, 27-24. Kansas City jumped out on that A right off the rip. I mean, what? They had like Tyreek Hill almost had 200 yards in the first half, something like that.
First quarter.
He had 207 in the first quarter.
First quarter, wow. Yeah, so we expect the defense. They got the defense. Everybody's back right now. The secondary is a little shaky to me. Not the secondary, the corners. I mean, I love the safeties, but I think it's looking real good for the BUCS, man. I just started feeling like they got a real good chance of winning this game.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah.
You remember that discussion we had about Mahomes a couple years ago? This going to be number 2 now. It's going to be 2 Super Bowl wins already. Remember you said what you earlier?
Yeah.
So it should be 3.
You got to win first, Hodrick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a win. It's a done deal.
See, and you know,
no,
you're looking past, and I'm going to tell you something. You're looking past Tampa Bay. You can't look past Tampa Bay because these guys are drawing up plays. Both of these guys. People said Tampa Bay wasn't going to win last week. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why I'm saying this now is because Tampa Bay made me a believer. Because when Brady went to Tampa Bay, one of the first things I said was, well, he's not going to win no Super Bowl over there, you know? And to watch Tampa Bay, and I actually watched Tampa Bay play, to watch them play against Green Bay, and they served Green Bay up. Dude, and I don't like Aaron Rodgers, you know, because if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, definitely you ain't going to like Aaron Rodgers. But, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, Aaron Rodgers is a prolific passer. And last week against Tampa Bay, he couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't do nothing. He really couldn't do anything. And they kept him on his back. They were coming at him. They was in his face. And that's the key to beating them. And the old men say pressure bust pipes. So if they bring pressure on Mahomes, because Mahomes is a beast now. Don't get me wrong. But the game is not over yet.
It is.
Don't put that trophy in the trophy case yet.
If Tampa Bay wins this game, it's rigged. RIGGED, rigged.
Why you say that?
It is. You watch and see. If Tampa Bay wins this game, it's rigged.
So you don't have no respect for Tampa Bay and what they've done this year to get to the Super Bowl. Because you're saying that they're not a worthy competitor.
It's rigged. Trust me.
They beat the number 1 and 2 teams in the NFC to get to the Super Bowl on the road.
On the road.
It's rigged.
Yep.
Okay.
They want Brady to win without Coach Belichick.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Right now, and I want.
So they can say he's the GOAT.
I want to say this about Brady. I'm gonna tell you, I have not been a Patriots fan all my life. I'm not a Patriots fan. When my cousin Derek went to the Patriots, I had to like the Patriots because Derek Rivers went over there. But one thing I can't take away from Tom Brady, because it's just like me not being a Chicago Bulls fan, I can't take anything away from Michael Jordan. You got to say Jordan is the GOAT. When it comes down to Brady, you got to give Brady his just due, man. Because I'm going to tell you, no matter what happens, Brady's running that offense over there. He's running that Patriots offense. And, bro, if they don't get pressure on Brady, they're going to have problems. Because we had when Brady played against a very good Dallas Cowboy team down in Dallas, the way he beat us 5 yards at a time, move the chains, run the clock out. And I mean, we had a serious defense down here. 5 yards at a time. Just took his time. If you give Brady time, bro, and you never touch him, Brady will hurt you, bro.
Yeah,
but
CJ, they've got more explosive plays now.
Yeah, they do.
Big play capability on offense. I mean, the O-line has really stepped up for him. Matter of fact, earlier with a lot of those losses, I put some of those losses on Tom Brady. If it wasn't for maybe like the secondary, Tom Brady with pressure, he's like the most immobile quarterback in the damn league. You look at all the successful teams now, they got like mobile quarterbacks. but don't sleep on the Bucks defense, man. Don't you know? It's when it all is said and done, it's probably going to take the defense to win this game.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're gonna have to play
Larry,
perfect football.
Larry, when you go
football.
back to when y'all were struggling early in the year, I don't think it was a Brady thing. I think it was your head coach was trying to run the offense he ran with the quarterback last year with all the deep throws. And I think once the two of them finally got together, because the biggest key that a lot of people missed this entire football season for everybody, nobody really had OTAs preseason to get, and so Brady's coming into a new system. And I just think they bumped heads for like the first 5 weeks of season. Then they realized, I think he finally realized, let Tom do his thing. Let's go. And Tom started going with the short stuff, get the ball out of his hands, picked up Antonio Brown. If a man could drop the ball 14, you know, and then him and 13 started getting it on. So they together now. And like I said, man, you wasn't here. The key to me is they got to use that two-headed monster they got in the backfield with Ronald Jones and Fournette.
Definitely. Oh, they're gonna have to run the ball.
And let me tell you, let me tell you a quick story. When I coached youth football, I had a 135-pound team. We played against the New Orleans All-Stars. Fournette was 12, a 12-pounder weighing 180-pound running back. My biggest cornerback was 135 pounds. There was no answer for him. It was unbelievable to see Fournette at 12 running through my kids like cutting a piece of paper. It was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. They came to Atlanta one Thanksgiving for the Turkey Bowl, and we played them in the championship, and they beat us 14-6. But Fournette was the real deal, even back then at 12.
Man, that must be nice, Irv. Watching these kids, man, play as kids. They go on to the next level, then to the next level. You know, must be nice.
Yeah, the last group of kids I coached, all of them were seniors this year, and I had 1, 2, 3. I think I had 9 of them to sign college scholarships. You know, every from Wake Forest to Illinois, a whole bunch of good schools, man. A whole bunch of good schools.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Good job. But I'm trying to tell you, man, this is not a fluke. I said earlier this year, I thought it would take 2 seasons. I thought it was going to take at least 2 years before the Bucs win with Tom Brady. But looking at this team now, they're ready this year, and they're still going to be there next year. They got some nice key pieces in there. You know, I'm just saying that this team is ready to win. And Kansas City seems like they dominated that first game, but the Bucs came back and was in that game at the end and really played well against them. We know the Chiefs is going to score points. Yep. You're going to have weapons all over the field. You can't. Who you going to stop? Kelsey, Hill. I mean, they got a decent, good running game. You know. But Bucs defense is bringing it. All I'm worried about is they need to give number 24 some goddamn help. That's all.
When the Cowboys played the Redskins, I remember there was a game, and Jimmy Johnson, I love Jimmy Johnson. I remember Jimmy Johnson, the first play of the game, he kicked the onside kick. He recovered the ball, and the Redskins never got back in the game. What glitch do you think that the Bucs or Tampa Bay, what glitch should they put in their plays for this week? Or should they just go with business as usual?
Yeah, ain't no sneaky plays, no trick plays. Just man up and go. That's it.
What do you think,
That's
like Larry, you know, just man up and go. I mean, no trickery. I mean, each team know what they're gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just whoever wins the line of scrimmage is gonna win the game, point blank.
Yeah, I mean, remember Green Bay was a hot offensive team when the Bucs ran into them in the postseason a few weeks ago. And Green Bay was playing just as good as anybody offensively, and you know, in the league at the time. when the Bucks went up there to Green Bay. They went to New Orleans. Now they back home. Man, it's going to be a home field advantage, believe it or not, because the field going to be there. The intensity, just the feel in the city. You know, matter of fact, I'm going down there tomorrow. Just
I'll be down there Sunday. I'll be down there Sunday.
But Larry, here's the thing: when you talk about that Green Bay game, and you look at the NFL, everybody has forgotten about the run game. And I'll give you, Green Bay was inside the 5-yard line 3 times in the end of the second quarter and in the fourth quarter. And on all of those possessions, they threw the ball on every possession inside the 5. Made no sense. Aaron Jones had 1,300 yards rushing this year. When they went down the field in the second quarter, they had 7 straight run plays. And they got the ball to the 5-yard lines and they threw the ball 3 times to number 17. It makes no sense I get mad with the Cowboys. The Steelers this year and the 5 receiver sets almost every play. It makes no sense. People say Connor's terrible. Well, he can't be terrible if he never touched the ball. Yeah. They have devalued the running back position so much because of the passing game that it hurts the NFL. And I feel it's terrible.
The Patriots should have won the Super Bowl right now at the time. All they had to do was hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and that game would have been
absolutely
over. They threw it.
The Falcons 28-3. Today is the date that they lost that game. Today is the date. 28-3, 3rd and 1, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You get a ball to him. If you get stopped, you run off another minute and a half to punt the ball. Tom Brady don't get 2 more possessions back. What do they do? Go back to pass, miss block on the linebacker, sack, punt. It's all downhill. I just can't. Give me the ball, power out right, 34 lead. Let's go down here.
Play call, bad play call. That's all it was. Bad play call.
Hodrick, you don't like that play call?
I mean, bad play call, man. I mean, that cost Green Bay.
Yeah.
It'd have been Green Bay should have been down there in Tampa this weekend. Be honest with you. Bad play calling.
I think Tampa Bay, I think Green Bay made some bad calls, but I think Tampa Bay played good enough.
They played good deep. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
They kept Aaron Rodgers off rhythm. He wasn't able to get in rhythm the whole game. They kept him off rhythm. That's the big thing. If a quarterback can't get on rhythm, everything is timing. And by keeping him off rhythm like that just, whenever you see a team and they have to catch up, it come from behind, and you got powerhouse people playing, you in trouble. You in trouble. Yeah. That's why
Green Bay, they got 3 good running backs. 3 good running backs.
Well, Green Bay's since Lombardi, that's what they used to do, smash mouth football. And I like it. Jimmy Johnson said something one time, and it's true. Jimmy Johnson said that if your offense and your running back can't get 1 yard on 4th down and 1, you need to reevaluate your offense. You need to get a new offensive line running back. Because if they can't get 1 yard, and that's what the red zone is for. The red zone is for running the ball. You're supposed to dominate your opponent. And if your running back's not touching the ball, a lot of running backs, the more they touch the ball, and that's just like Emmitt Smith, any of the great running backs, man. Zeke, you got to touch the ball, man. You got to give them the ball. If you don't get and later the holes start getting bigger, the defense start wearing down. But
I mean, the Bucks got 3 running backs too, Hardy. The Bucks got 3 running backs too, man. Don't. I mean, Shady, y'all might not want to give Shady no props, but I think healthy, he still could make something happen out there if they need him to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to win the time of possession, Tampa Bay, for them to win. They got to have time of possession. Yeah,
they're gonna have to run the ball. They're gonna have to run it, but I just like Kansas City got mismatches on offense, we do too. I mean, who you gonna stick? They got some players on the outside out there, and coming from the slot. The Bucs is a dangerous offensive team, and then only that, even with that, the pressure they could get on Mahomes, which I think will be different this game, because normally Mahomes is the best quarterback ever scrambling and throwing the ball. like throwing the ball, running. He got more touchdowns and completions out the pocket. He's just as good out the pocket as he's in the pocket.
Mhm.
But the Bucks, once they get a sack or two, it's over. I'm telling you, they coming. They bringing it. They bringing it.
So I think they need to more keep him in the pocket more than let him scramble. They'll have a better chance. Yeah.
You got to keep him in the pocket.
He'll throw on the run and look left and throw it right.
And you got to take away Kelsey. That you got to take away Kelsey. You have to be physical on Kelsey. I was saying before you got here, Larry, I said the first play of the game, I don't care if the ball comes to Kelsey, they are already instructed. Hit him hard. Don't leave with your helmet because they're going to eject you. Hit him hard.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to
hit him. You got to be physical.
They're going to have to block. They're going to have to chip Pierre Paul. You know, they are that his best offensive lineman is out. That's the guy who protect his blind side, whatever the name is. You know what I'm saying? He won't be playing. And so Kelsey probably won't just be able to go out on routes like he normally do. He's probably gonna have more of a blocking duty this Sunday coming out. I just worry about them keeping Tyreek Hill in check a little bit. Don't let him beat you with the big plays. I mean, Kansas City is a dangerous team, even on punt and kickoff returns. You gotta watch them on special teams. They can hurt you.
You know, all their receivers are 4-3 guys, man. Hardeman.
Yeah.
And they got what's his name coming back?
Sammy Watkins
coming back. I mean, you just got to figure it out, like what I'm gonna try to take away.
I know,
and hope it works.
Yeah,
they deep. That's why I think, just like Hardy said, they're gonna have to have some. I think some time-consuming drives. Maybe mix it up and run the ball a little bit, then hit them over the top. You know what I'm saying? To Evans, Brown, Antonio Brown. Cornell, I'm telling you, man. I just started feeling like this a couple days ago when I went back and looked at some of the first games and look at how the Bucks. This ain't the same team that the Chiefs faced the first time.
That's true. That's true.
The Bucks played better than when they played them the first time. And Kansas City may have just slowed up a little bit or had a couple things exposed that you ain't gonna stop them from scoring, but you could slow them down a little bit. But you gotta play. I just need the Bucks. If you get beat by Tyreek Hill, be in position to make the damn tackle. Don't let them catch a 50-yarder and then go 40 more yards for the touchdown. They gotta tackle it. They gotta step up, man. Wrap up and tackle. The second tackle,
if they miss him, one tackle, he going to the house.
Yeah,
like you said,
the tackling overall in the NFL has been horrible this year.
The Bucks, but the Bucks is one of your better tackling teams. But tackling is horrible around, just period. They like to hit. They don't wrap up no more. They want to make a big hit.
They want to make a big hit.
Run straight through that, But they'll be wrapping up. Todd Bowles has took this defense, man, and changed it so much. I know y'all might think I'm crazy when I say this. I'm telling you, if they would have left the boy Jameis Winston there, put some of the people who they put around Tom Brady. All he got to do is cut back a couple of damn interceptions. The Bucks is still a Super Bowl contending team.
With Jameis Winston?
Jameis Winston.
I think so too.
With Jameis Winston. Man, look, cut back on something.
The only problem is he didn't want to take the ball out of Jameis' hands. And so he ran plays that made Jameis has always been, I got to throw the ball deep. Even at Florida State, when he played at Florida State, he wanted to hit the long ball. Because that's my favorite college. He wanted to throw the long ball. Yeah. Jameis's biggest problem is he has not yet learned that the check down is okay. Yeah. Let me live for another day.
Right. Yeah. He's immature too.
And so whereas they called Brett Favre the gunslinger, Tony Romo the gunslinger, when they played just like Jameis is a quarterback that can't read, but we know why that is though.
Yeah.
All three of them did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of them threw tons and tons of interceptions.
Tony Romo threw a lot of interceptions now. Tony Romo was
His
a
first
master.
game he threw 5.
Yeah.
Tony Romo first game he threw 5 interceptions.
He was a master. One thing I loved about him though, he was a master of the long drive. Oh my God, boy. He'll take 11 minutes off the first quarter.
Yeah, I can still remember Tony Dungy. That's how he coached the BUCS up to beat Green Bay. He was telling them that, Brett, we should be picking Brett Favre off 5-6 times a game. He's just throwing it out, slinging it around. And the next thing you know, the BUCS started picking his ass off. And good start, 2002 championship. But that's why y'all ask me now. I know Irv, you saw the shop when you see me with my Bill stuff on the other day. I'm a Bills rider, man, for the football. When I moved to Tampa in 95. So it came to me slowly, man. They got Tony, they hired Tony Dungy, they fired Sam White, they hired Tony Dungy, they recruited Warwick Dunn. I love Warwick Dunn, you know what I'm saying? Derek Brooks. I wasn't a Knowles fan, but I love those two guys, man. And they just changed the color. I've never been to an NFL game until I moved to Tampa. And so I started going to their home games. Then Dungy was the coach. They had Warwick Dunn, man, one of the greatest players off the field to ever, man. The things he's done in this community, y'all, they don't even talk about it like that. This dude,
he's done it here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Every year, the houses he's built for single moms, it ain't even close.
Yeah.
But Larry, I just need you to do me one solid. I need you to do me one solid.
What's that?
I need you to find your person from Bacardi Rum, and make sure you tell them that we want our same parking spot, and we want them to have that same tailgating spot next year when the Cowboys come down, so we can do it all again. Because boy, we had a good time. Me, you, and Mike. Boy, we had a good time last 2 years, 3 years ago. Oh
man,
my
that
God.
was the best ever, Urban. Because matter of fact, Mike always give me hell, man, because the grill I brought out there was rusty. And it was rusty, and he told me he didn't want to eat. Man, we had our own chef. We had bartenders.
Everything was free. Larry started talking to one of the bartenders or whatever. And the next thing you know, Larry come over and said, Seabrook, Mike, here, they gave us some passes. All you got to do is go get in. And I mean, they had everything from grilled lamb and all the free drinks you want. And that was the year the Cowboys had, what was number 3 playing quarterback? It was the final score of the game was 9-7. Tampa Bay won. We had no quarterback. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. So you make sure you find out who those people are. So next year, hopefully, this year when this COVID thing hopefully is bypassed and we can all go back to living a normal life, we can come down to Tampa and we can have a real good time.
No doubt. Cornell, Mike said, Mike, Bam says share the link, man. He said he can't get in.
Oh, Bam Mav, you trying to get in?
Yeah. And my wife trying to get in. But yeah, let me tell you something, man. I've been tailgate for. I've never had that much fun, man. I'm saying those folks from Bacardi, man, they were real. Matter of fact, the CEOs and all the higher ups, they wanted to eat my hot dogs. They didn't want that shit that the little fancy chef was cooking, man. They wanted the hot dogs off the rusty grill I had. And I barely made it in there, man. I was staggering going in there, Irv. I was staggering. I tried to limit myself and rate myself, man. But damn, it was hard turning it down when it's free like that. And you got somebody pouring it up. But I'm definitely gonna try to have something set up, man. Because I know that Cowboy game. Before that Cowboy game, I've probably been to 8 Buccaneer games. I've been in Tampa, Florida for 26 years, 27 years. I seen more people from Moscona that damn day than I seen the whole damn 25 years I've been in Tampa. Dude just was coming up the woodwork, man. I bumped into a few cats from Moscona that day, so I'm figuring I know if everything's nice, I expect a couple people from the hometown to be there.
So let me ask this question, guys. Let me ask this question. If Tampa Bay wins, Tom Brady will walk away with 7 Super Bowl wins before the game. Before this game, what do you think is going to be going through Tom Brady's mind?
No, he used this, man. He's cool, man. This ain't no sweat. He been there. He been here plenty times. And this will be the first time that I'll be rooting for him. Every damn Super Bowl he ever played in, I was going against him. Matter of fact, no, I wasn't. I was when he tagged up with Randy Moss. I wanted them to win the Super Bowl that year. Yeah. And that dude from the Giants made that crazy ass catch in that game. But that's like the only time that I went with Tom Brady. You know, I wanted Randy Moss to get that ring. Because them boys, remember, they had an explosive season that year.
So what do you think is going to be going through his mind, Irv?
I think he's going to be able to calm the souls in Tampa Bay's locker room because he's been there, and I think he's going to get to be able to tell them, "Listen, guys, this is just another football game. Let's go ahead and play." And because it's not going to bother him. I mean, hell, he's been to 10, so this ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
You know, the good thing is this week they didn't have the big interview session on Tuesdays with all the media. Their biggest thing this week in Kansas City dodged the bullet was trying to make sure everybody stayed away from COVID. Yeah. But had they not caught that barber early enough, we might not even have a Super Bowl Sunday because they had 20 players on that list to get their hair cut that day by that barber.
Man, they must have
they got lucky. They got lucky. They got real lucky. Now they did it right. They did everything. I mean, the guy was hired by the NFL. The guy had a mask on. He had a shield on. The guy he was cutting had a mask and a shield on. But he tested positive, and they said he was halfway through the haircut when they came and told him to shut it down. You tested COVID. These two, Robinson and his tackle, they got to go into and they got to test negative for the next 5 days in order to play. But everybody else who was in line, had they gone in, we might have been talking a whole other story here today.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
man. Oh, you didn't know that?
That happened early in the week.
Yeah, man. They had Barber had tested positive with COVID.
That's right.
And I think Patrick Mahomes was lined up too to get that haircut.
It was about 20 of them going to get their haircut. Oh, yeah. Now we all football players, you know, why you got to get a haircut before the game?
That's what I was trying to tell my wife. Like, God damn! I mean, y'all know what the situation is right now.
The situation is.
It's too much on the line.
That was risky. That was real risky.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie. If I'm playing Super Bowl, I'm going to Mackey too because especially, I ain't gonna lie. But hey, if I make that big play and they interview me at the end of the game, I don't want my hairline to be all jacked up.
So you gotta have a line. You gotta have that Mackey line
to be straight.
Hey, they want to look good when they get the win.
Oh, Sports Illustrated and everything. I'm going to get my hair cut too, though, man. I ain't lying. I'm gonna get my hair cut. I'd have been that first one in there. I usually get there early. Yeah, but
hey guys, this has been great, man. I gotta run. I got an appointment I gotta take care of right quick. But we gotta do this again.
Hey man, absolutely. Irv, what's your pick for the Super Bowl and what's the final score?
My pick Super Bowl final score 31-28 Kansas City.
All right. Okay. Irv says 31-28 Kansas City. All right. We're waiting on Mike and Julia. I sent them the link. I sent Mike and Julia the link. They should be coming in.
Okay. Yeah, I think the BUCS, not just saying that as a BUCS, but if I was just sitting right in the middle right now. But you know, I'm saying I'm only coach, you know. But man, I was here, man, when they turned this whole thing around. And they believe me, man, these fans, man, they've been waiting a long time. And it's finally back. And I get to watch the Cowboys come here on this season. Got my bills coming, so I gotta be to a couple Bucks game this year, man. I gotta get there. I gotta go chase the bag, man. I gotta be down at Raymond James, man, this year.
No, that's right.
We got Bam Mab in the house. He's started it right now. So let me ask you let me ask a question. What do you Hodrick, you're the linebacker? Bam Mab.
That's Jesse, isn't it? That's Mr. Jesse.
No, I'm your daddy.
Oh. Okay, I got you, buddy. I got you, man. Nah, fall for real, man. You did y'all look, man. Yeah, for real, bro.
I thought, hey, Larry, I thought it was Jesse too.
Bam Mab in the house. Bam Mab.
What's up?
What's the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the Bucks?
The keys.
Yeah.
They already got the keys. They're gonna leave Brady alone. They already paid him off, so everything is downhill from there. I know Larry's gonna look at me like that, but you can't pay no attention to him. He got 5 teams.
Hey, we're gonna put a stop to that tonight. We're gonna put a stop to that tonight. I got 2 damn teams, and all I ever had was 2 teams. One in the AFC and one in the NFC.
I got
2 teams. 2 teams I love. 2 teams I love, and one I hate like hell. And you know who that is.
You ain't talking about the Cowboys, Larry.
I don't even have to say it. I try not to mention their name.
Larry, I was talking nice about your team now, but you ain't talking about Cowboys now.
I ain't say nothing about them. I ain't say nothing bad about them, man.
But I mean, if the game is going to be straight up, their defense gotta really play to stop that high powerful offense that KC going to bring. If they can slow them down, and keep Brady, them boys from touching Brady on the side, they should be able to win.
I don't think Brady been hit, man, and he ain't been taking a lot of hits in the last few games.
Brady ain't been taking no hits since he been in the league. But that's a whole different story.
He got lit up
against the Giants now. Both Super Bowl.
He got lit up early in the season. He got lit up early in the season. He was taking some hits, man. I thought and matter of fact, he's tough. He's tough as hell. But they got that protection scheme kind of down right now. You know they got to if they protect Tom Brady, they got that much of a better chance of winning it if they keep him standing up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Watch out, man. Got Antonio Brown gonna be back in there.
Was Antonio Brown gonna play this week?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's gonna
be full speed on practice.
That's gonna be a big difference.
So
that's not the whole AB now. That's not the whole AB.
That doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's not exactly what he used to be, but he's still AB.
Yeah. Even at 85%. 85%, he's probably still a top 10 receiver in the league, man. Antonio Brown you just got to go check his numbers when you was loving the Steelers, Hardy. You know how nasty he was, man.
Oh, yeah.
You still got to double cover him. You can't say
they ain't going to be able to double cover him. They ain't going to be able to do that. You got Evans out there, so who you going to put on Evans?
Absolutely. So, Mike, let me ask you this other question. What's the keys to winning the Super Bowl for the? I said the Bucks earlier for the Chiefs. What's the keys for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
Putting some pressure on Brady, definitely. You don't want him to sit out there because he'll pick your nose from you. And playing. I think playing their game, man. I mean, they got a really high, powerful offense. And they got a pretty decent defense. So if they don't go from just changing up just a bit, like you've seen in some Super Bowls, like when Atlanta played the Patriots, how they came and was dominating, and then came out to half, and then really changed up everything for no reason at all. I think if they stick to their game plan, they should be able to do something.
Yeah, the Bucks gonna do way better than that because they like a much more mature team than the Falcons are. You can
Wait a
tell
minute.
like the Falcons
I
already
thought
was.
he asked me the question though. Maybe
Oh,
I'm
I thought
wrong.
you was finished.
I mean,
I thought you was finished.
excuse
Listen, I
me,
forgot you.
the Larry Gibbs show. My bad.
No, my bad. I thought you was
No, I'm
finished, man.
joking with you, man. I'm joking.
I forgot y'all boys preachers, man. I forgot. My bad. Let me let you go.
Oh,
I
oh,
mess with you, man.
hey, Howard Black Cosell up there.
But so you guys, you know, with the Super Bowl coming up, man, with the Super Bowl coming up this week, and do you think there's a chance do you think that this Super Bowl is really evenly matched, or do you think that there's a chance that there could be a blowout?
No, there won't be no blowout.
I don't think so.
I'm not expecting a blowout.
I'm looking for a shootout. Hopefully.
That's
A shootout.
Yeah, I'm looking for a shootout.
Yeah, this could possibly be one of the highest scoring Super Bowls. You know, it's changed now, man. I heard somebody say like it takes. They used to say that it takes a defense to win a Super Bowl, and that's how it used to be. You remember the like the BUCS, the Ravens. You're not winning no damn Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer no damn more.
No.
You're not winning no Super Bowl with Brad Johnson.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You almost got to have an elite quarterback just to get there. Just look at all the teams, the full finals teams this year. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, they were the 4 best quarterbacks in the league, pretty much.
Yep.
You know, the first time they played, it was like I think it was 16-13. And Romo actually predicted that they would actually be going to the Super Bowl. And it was a pretty tight, it was a really pretty, it wasn't a shootout, but it was a pretty good game. So
the BUCS and Kansas City?
Both of those teams are matured some. So I'm kind of looking for the same game.
Yeah. It was 27-23. And mind you, Kansas City jumped out real quick. And I mean, they were like explosive all over the field. Remember, like Tyreek Hill set a record in that game, I think, with reception yards in the first quarter, first half. And the BUCS the defense tightened up a little bit at the end of the game. Todd Bowles, man, is one of your best defensive coordinators in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you look at go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Hardy.
Okay, if you look at Kansas City wins this year, right? I'll say at least 10 of them games they won by less than a touchdown. So they know how to win close games. I mean, they know how to win shootouts. They know how to win close games. So, like I say, that's going to help them, I think, on Sunday. Even if it's a close game, I think they will do enough to win that game, either by 3 points, 6, or whatever.
It'll probably. I think if the refs let them play like how they let them play in the NFC Championship game, let the DB get a little physical. I think that'll favor the BUCS right there, because I mean you got to almost grab them guys to slow them down, at least knock them off their damn route or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Tampa Bay, and you might not like what I'm getting ready to say, Hardrick. 34-20.
34-20?
34-20.
Oh.
I think their defense is going to be the key factor to win that game. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, it's not going to be good for it's not going to be good for Tampa Bay. But what Tampa Bay has to do, this is what they have to do. Like Green Bay was in a deep hole before the game started. Tampa Bay has to put them in a hole. They have to put Kansas City in a hole. They have to get up. They have to force a turnover, make an interception, take it all the way back. I think if Tom Brady gets the ball first, I think he's going to throw deep on first down and try to score. Those are the kind of things they're going to have to do to rattle Kansas City. They're going to have to keep doing it.
And you ain't gonna rattle.
If they're not
I don't
aggressive,
think you're gonna rattle.
if they're not aggressive and they don't rattle Kansas City, I don't think they can't beat them. To me, I don't like them winning in a close game. But I like them winning in a dominant game. But they have to dominate them. But then you still have Andy Reid over there. Now, I love Andy Reid, but I never liked him when he was the coach in Philadelphia because Dallas never used to have an answer for him. Because we used to have a good team and a good coach. Andy Reid just found a way to beat us.
Yeah, well, Andy Reid, that's who was the thorn in the Bucs side when the Bucs win. You know, the Bucs had lose like to the Eagles like 2-3 years in the playoffs, and they had to go to Philly to beat Andy Reid. So, you know, the Bucs is facing Andy Reid again. The last time we won the Super Bowl, they had to go through Andy Reid. They had to beat the Eagles.
They beat him in Philly. Yep.
Yep. You know, and that's when the city went crazy, man. That's when the city went crazy, Mike. I already been all in, but that's when I went all in, man. I'm all in, man. I bleed Buccaneer red, man. And Bill's blue. Liam, bring my Buffalo shirt down. Mike, I got 2 teams, man. Y'all stop putting my name out there like that, though, man. For real.
Hey, we got something for them Bills this year. We got something for them Bills.
Hey.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on for 1 minute. No, y'all keep on. I'm in my truck, so hold on for 1 second.
Okay. Now, Hardy. Now, listen, Hardy. I like your coach, man. I want to see him have success. I want to see him have success, man. But you know that right now, that our division is probably going to be like one of the toughest division out there.
Yeah, I see New England making a comeback next year.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Jets. I forgot about the Jets.
You think?
Well, they're trying to get Deshaun Watson too, you know. So
if New England,
that'd be nice.
I don't think we can win with Tua. I don't think we can win that division with Tua.
Not next year, not the year after that. Maybe down the road, but you know, he still got a little bit of growing to do.
But this
it took Josh Allen 3 years. It took Josh Allen 3 years. But I mean, getting Stephon Diggs was big. I mean, that was really, really big. But this dude went from, like the worst in the league to one of the best.
Yeah.
Like overnight. And that's what
I thought he should have been the first quarterback in that draft that year. Over Baker and Edom.
I forgot who I wanted the Bills to pick, but I almost threw my damn beer at my TV when they drafted him. I did, and I thought it was all off the potential, in which they were right. Because they seen the potential in him. You know what I'm saying? He had the size, got the arm strength. It's just, I guess, it was his accuracy.
The coaching, man. It takes good coaching.
Yeah.
Look at that guy, the guy that played for the Cardinals. They say he was like the more ready pro quarterback. Yeah. Josh, what's his name? He played with the Dolphins too. Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
Yeah. They say he was the most ready quarterback in that draft.
Yeah, they did.
They don't know.
Where he at now?
They don't.
He's I thought he on Tampa's practice squad.
Man, listen, I ain't know who the hell. I don't even know who Tom Brady damn backup is.
Oh,
we just bring
Blaine Gabbert, I think. Yeah, Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, but honestly, man, the Bucs, they gotta play almost a perfect game. Yeah. Not perfect, because you're gonna have some mistakes, but you can't.
No turnovers.
No drop balls. You gotta because they dropped a couple passes in that last game.
Yeah.
You can't do that against Kansas City. You gotta hold on to the damn rock.
Kansas City is not playing San Francisco's quarterback from last year.
Right.
And the Bucs are not playing Green Bay.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like you said, you know, if the Bucs like turn the ball over, they can just count that as 7.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to get after the quarterback, and not just get after him. They're gonna have to hit him, put him on the ground.
Yeah, but mind you, man, I picked Kansas City at the beginning of the season. I was picking them all the way through. If you would have talked to me in week 14, week 15, I would have told you Kansas City was going to win it all. It wasn't until I really took a good look at the Bucks. And I had a feeling that they was going to beat the Saints in New Orleans because it's just hard beating a good team 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And I knew the last time when Kansas City, the Saints came here, and they smashed up. They smashed the Bucks, but they danced in the locker room and all kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of chalkboard material. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then Green Bay, the weather was playable. You know, it was very playable. And right now, believe it or not, like the fans is going to be different, but it's still the feel of a home field. The Bucks go to feel at their house. This our damn house. You play different than your home, bro. When you feel like you home, you ain't let nobody come to your house and just disrespect you. You know, you carry different, man, when you fighting on your home court. So I think that home field right there is going to play. It's going to be a big difference. And I'm not sure, is Patrick Mahomes 100%? Ain't he got like a toe injury?
He's nicked a little bit, but I think I think he's good to go though. You know, as far as he might be 90-95%.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, let me ask y'all guys something, man. What y'all think about Lamar Jackson, man, and what kind of success he's gonna have going forward?
I like Jackson. I like Lamar Jackson, man. I like they got a good coach. I like Jackson, and I really think that that he's still young. You know, this is what
25.
Yeah, third year in the league. So you know he's already been MVP, and I just think that they just need a couple things. A
number one receiver.
A number one receiver, because he can't be all the offense. And basically, that's what it is. He's like the most dangerous man now on the offense. It's like teams are giving him that. They're letting him know, but they're saying, "Hey, you ain't gonna beat us. You're not gonna beat us any way, and you're not gonna score all the touchdowns." So absolutely, I think that
he got to throw the ball better because they're gonna take away the run. He got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
That's what the Bills did against them. They said we're gonna stop you running the ball. You're gonna have to beat us with your arm.
You gotta beat us with your arm.
Yeah. RG3, running that ball killed him. You know, with his career. You know, RG3 was a good passer, but he always tuck it and run it and do whenever the quarterback step outside the pocket. I always get, I always feel a little queasy, especially if you got to run and you're going to take a big hit. Because, i.e. the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott,
Yeah, but that was a freak. That was like a freak kind of, accident. But, you look at, Josh Allen run the rock. Shit, he's bigger than most of the DBs, and he's just as big as some of the linebackers that when he run the ball. And
he ran a lot in the first couple of years. He ran the ball. He tucked the ball and go.
Yeah.
And he just learned to stay in the pocket more,
Yeah. But quarterbacks get hurt in the pocket too. You get your ass drilled in the pocket too.
They do. They do. We had somebody to chime in. Dark Sage 9117. They said there's one thing I would like the NFL to do for future Super Bowls, and I have a personal connection to my idea. So Dark Sage, tell us what your idea is while we're on the show. Yeah. Yeah, tell us what the idea is, Dark Sage. We don't understand it. So now, this is my question. We talked about him earlier, but Andy Reid, the protege of the late Bill Walsh, the maker of the West Coast offense, came out of a tough NFC East division where he gave the Dallas Cowboys fit. What tricks does he have up his sleeve in the Super Bowl?
He ain't got no tricks. Their offensive playbook. Just their simple offensive playbook. It's like they got crazy ass plays, man. They got real, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like no just general type stuff. They run some real, they got a dynamic offense. And hats off to Eric Bieniemy too. He's calling some nice plays out there.
Yeah, I'll say he gonna show us some plays that he probably ain't ran all year. I mean, Andy Reid is a genius on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes.
I mean, he's gonna show some things that Tampa Bay never seen all year. And yeah, he got some tricks now.
Yeah, they do, man, because they do a lot of motion. They do, man, before they snap the ball, they doing all this shit, got people, they line Tyreek Hill up over here wide out there. The next thing you know, he's running this way, and they snap the ball before. I'm telling you, they run some crazy shit over there.
And he'll take off with the ball. He'll snap and he'll run with the ball. I mean, you're gonna see some things that we probably ain't seen that Tampa Bay haven't seen all year from Kansas
Tampa
City.
got to be ready, but they're gonna try to hit Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Hey fellas, this is my mom's calling, man. If y'all
All right, G.
I'll come back.
All right. Well, HP, we waiting on Mike before we getting ready to wrap up though in a second. We getting ready to wrap it up. Yeah, we getting ready to wrap it up. So HP, what's your score for the for the Super Bowl?
I'm going with my homeboy. I got Kansas City 37, Tampa Bay 28.
All right. Okay. Kansas City 37, Tampa Bay 28. I said earlier, Tampa Bay 34, Kansas City 20. But now I did put stipulations on that. There's certain things that Tampa Bay has to do. Certain things they have to do. And if they don't do it, that's not going to be the score. But I think Tampa Bay might have a chance to dethrone the Kings. I think.
But you got to look at it now. If you look at all the previous Super Bowl that Tom Brady played, the opposing quarterbacks played better than him. I mean, go back and research and compare the two quarterbacks for both teams. I mean, he didn't play good twice against the Giants. He didn't play good against the Rams. That's at least 3 Super Bowls right there. He didn't play good against the Rams again. So that's twice against the Rams and twice against the Giants. He didn't play good, So
what do you think about home field advantage? You think home field advantage will be a big difference?
Not really. I mean, there's only 22,000 fans. A third of the stadium going to be packed, and I don't think they're really going to affect far as having a home crowd behind you. It's different when you got 70,000 compared to 22,000. I mean, 22,000 looks like it's damn near empty. So I don't think it's really going to be like a home field advantage, my opinion. But we'll see. I hope it's a good game, and hope it's not a blowout. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell, because we're sitting down on the precipice of the Super Bowl, and it's always an exciting time. It's different this time with the coronavirus. Yeah, it's been different this year. But you're going to be in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'll be in the area. I'm going to walk by and walk on to the nearest outdoor bar. Have to be outdoor. I'll have my Miami Dolphins mask on with my hat, of course.
Yeah.
So has to be an outside bar.
That'll be an outside bar, huh?
Got to be outside.
Show must be over.
Hey, no, Larry left. He got a phone call, and so we were winding it down though. Mike, what's gonna be your final score for the game?
What's gonna be what now?
What's your final score for the game? How you gonna call it?
Man, I really don't care, to be honest with you. 28-21 KC.
KC 28-21. All right.
KC 28-21.
And Hodrick, you said what?
KC 37, Tampa Bay 28.
All right. I said Tampa Bay 34, KC 20.
Mm-hmm.
And did you write down what Irvin said?
I know he went with Kansas City. I think he said like 30. I want to say 31 to 28, something similar to that.
All right. So
yeah, it was pretty close.
Next week we are having basically the after I get ready to the after party. We're gonna have the breakdown of the Super Bowl and what we saw. We're gonna have Coach Gooden, Coach John Gooden is gonna be with us next week. So we're gonna have the same crew back, man, and we're gonna sit down and break down the game with Coach Gooden. So
sounds good, man. I gotta get ready to go, man. I got some people looking for some Amazon shipments going on. So
I know that right. Hey, I got mine earlier, so I'm good.
Oh, you got yours? All right, right. Hey, put the check in the mail, buddy. Put the check in the mail. Hey,
Peace out,
man. I gotta get ready to run.
Listen,
Peace out,
thank you for joining us, man. HP, thank you, man. We want to thank Irvin Seabrook. We want to thank Burnett Brown for being with us. She got she had to get out, but and we just want to thank everybody, man, for being with us right here on the Moral Compass, man.
I like to add one more thing, CJ.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Brady. I mean, if he wins it, then we can see that it was 75% Brady, 25% Belichick. So if he wins, then we'll settle that debate.
Yeah. And you can't take anything, and you know, you can't take anything from Belichick, because Belichick, to me, Belichick is in that same he's on that same echelon as Saban and the Jimmy Johnsons, and you know, coaches of that caliber that have that great team stalling, that have that great football IQ. You know, so, and I mean, Belichick makes some crucial calls and at some times when he catches people sleeping. Remember when I forgot who they were playing. The dude, I think was it New York, when they were playing New York, and the guy came through and he was trying to wonder how was it that they let him score so easy. You remember that? They lost the game, but you remember when New York beat them. I always remember this play when he allowed them to just come on through. Like they didn't even try to tackle the guy. The running back came through, and when he realized how easy he got through, he tried to stop and fall down. But it was too late because he was already in his zone. Because what they weren't going to do is they said, well, hey, we'll let him score, because even if he scores, we'll get the ball back, and I know Tom will beat him. But then they didn't beat him. They didn't beat New York. But I thought that, to me, that's coaching. You know, those are the kind of things that when you make calls like that, you know, Nick Saban, a Clemson team that was better than them that year, and he that onside kick. The onside kick is the only thing that beat Clemson that year.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that onside kick?
Yeah.
I was sick. I was at the tail race. We were sitting down watching the game. I was sick, bro. Because I was like, and then when they went back and talked about it a couple of days later, a lady told me that Nick Saban was the devil. And they went back a couple of days later, and they said, you know, that guy had been lining up like that all night. That's why they never thought about it. You know, they never thought about the onside kick. And Clemson wasn't ready for it, bro.
No, they weren't ready. No.
Clemson wasn't ready for it. And that was the backbreaker.
Oh,
that was the backbreaker, because I really believe we were going to beat Alabama that year too.
Yeah.
And we were going to beat them that year too. So, you know, coaches with those great coaching IQ. But yeah, HP, thank you for coming, man. Hey,
no problem, bro.
Together one day next week, we'll have Coach John Gooden on. He'll be coming and he'll be breaking down the game with us. And so tune back in. Hope you have a good Super Bowl. Thank you for watching tonight. And this is the end of our show.